If you grew up in the 60s or 70s, you remember what it was like. Waiting for the new album to drop. Arguing with your friends about who was better, Zeppelin or the Stones. Staying up late to catch your favorite band on TV. These photos take me right back to that feeling, and I think they'll do the same for you. Stevie Nicks backstage, Tusk Tour, 1980. Before every show, ballet warm-ups. A quiet ritual in the middle of the circus. Fleetwood Mac was a machine by now, grinding through stadiums. But this was her moment. Focus. Stillness. Then the lights, the stage, the spin. Angus Young in 1982, at the peak of AC/DC's power. Following the massive success of Back in Black, the For Those About to Rock tour conquered the world with cannons and thunder, all powered by this unstoppable, electrifying schoolboy. Sting in 1985, just after leaving the Police. For his first solo album, he ditched the rock world and hired a band of premier jazz musicians. It was a huge gamble that paid off, proving he was much more than just a pop star. Genesis in 1986, during the colossal Invisible Touch tour. They were the undisputed kings of stadium pop rock. By this point, they had perfected the formula that made them one of the biggest and smartest bands of the entire decade. Alice in Chains, 1992. Dirt just dropped. Look at this photo. They're goofing around, smiling. But the album? It's one of the darkest records ever made. Every song a confession. The contrast between this image and that music tells you everything about what was really going on. The King and the Prodigy, 1955. A young Buddy Holly opened for Elvis Presley, his idol. It's a rare photo of two men who would define rock and roll, one with his revolutionary voice and the other with his songwriting vision. The very first photo shoot of the Rolling Stones, 1962. This isn't the stadium supergroup. This is a raw young blues band, fresh from their first ever gig. The humble, quiet beginning of the world's greatest rock and roll band. George Harrison and his new bride, Pattie Boyd, in 1966. She was the muse who inspired his Beatles masterpiece, Something. This photo captures the start of a legendary love affair that would also inspire one of Eric Clapton's greatest songs. John Lennon with Howard Cosell, 1974. A great interview between two sharp minds, but history makes this photo heavy. 6 years later, it was Cosell, live on Monday Night Football, who told America that Lennon was gone. He could barely get the words out. Bruce Springsteen, 1978. After a 3-year legal exile, he returned with the raw power of Darkness on the Edge of Town. This photo captures the album's central theme, the dream of escaping a world of broken promises, with only a car and the open road.